This is Robert Frank, 615, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
We would love to welcome a very special young lady to Muscle Sport TV, Tomiko. How are you all the way from sunny Las Vegas?
I am doing fabulous, and the weather is gorgeous right now, not hot.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, well, it is. I do love the weather in Vegas, even when it is hot. I'm a hot weather person, so one day I shall depart New York where I can enjoy the weather year-round, but let's talk about you. Your website is for Tomiko. That's the number 4, Tomiko.com. And it is quite an interesting website. But I want to I would want to give you a chance because you'd have a lot of things going on as far as work-related stuff. So I want to let you be able to just give the viewers a brief overview of what you do. I know you're a competitor as well. We got introduced through the Lingerie Fighting Championships, so let them know, who is Tomiko?
I am known as the girl with many faces because I do a lot. I wear a lot of hats. So I do the regular modeling work, regular acting work in mainstream, and that's what led me into doing fetish-related acting work. My physique got me into wrestling, and I do a lot of wrestling sessions. I open up stores all over the place, clips for sale for Tomiko. I have a niche clip store doing all kinds of fetishes. And then Lingerie Fight Championships has always been a bucket list, and I got in on them early in the spring because I was replacing somebody that was going to be not backing out, and then that's how I got in. So I have 4 fights in with him now. And I'm going to be in their calendar in December.
Oh, that's cool. Excellent. So basically, right place, right time. You live in Vegas. They hold their events, most of them in Vegas.
Yes.
So you got into that. Tell us a little bit about you're a competitor as well, and I know you're very proud of that, so I don't want to leave that stuff out.
Oh, okay, yes. Well, I've always competed in different types of things, whether it's martial arts, growing up. I did a bodybuilding contest back when I was 21, 22, just first time, I just started working out with weights. The trainer really thought I had something, so placed second twice. Good. And then I, had a mixed bag of things that I've done. I've done the Spartan. I've done, those kind of competitive sort of, obstacle course type things. And then my most recent one that I'm getting ready for is the Steve Carr Classics. And I just did it because my brother's fiance / was girlfriend, now fiance, just turned 50, and she wanted to do it as a goal. And I said, I'll do it with you. I'll support you. And I'm 52, so I figured we'll do the Masters. We're doing the figure. And you know what? I'm starting to see some major results as it gets closer. It's 2 weeks out, and it's been really a fun journey. And I've already won in my mind. Yeah. Even if I don't win a medal or whatever, I won because I put myself in another status of fitness right now that it has been such a long time. So I'm very excited to where I'm at right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you look leaned out. I can see it in your face already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I were to flex for you.
Oh, please do.
I could show you what I got going on here. Yeah,
very
see?
Nice. Tomiko, look at that. Nice.
Yeah, the best thing that's happened, which I didn't think was possible, is that I've actually lifted my rear end. Do it, and you know what? I didn't think it was possible that was going to happen, and you could definitely see the difference in the pictures as I compare every week. Yeah, that I'm pretty excited about. So,
if you want to show the audience that, we will not tell you can't.
I don't know. I have to stand up on this.
Don't get hurt. Yes, indeed. How's the abs? How's your abs looking?
Looking good too.
Oh, I just fucking love. I love a lady with abs. That to me is so fucking hot. It's ridiculous. And it's very rare you see that, like on the beach. I'm talking about being in this industry, you see it all the time, but in like regular normal, setting in life. So how did you get involved with the whole fetish type of things? Because I find that fascinating for obvious reasons.
Well, ironically, it all started with because of my build. I've always had a pretty physically fit-looking build, and someone approached me about wrestling a long time ago when I was just doing the regular mainstream acting and modeling work. They found me on One Model Place, and I did my first wrestling thing that was a competitive female-female with somebody telling me, you know, what to do to get to the next move or whatever off camera.
Yeah.
And it was pretty competitive. It was hardcore. Then when I moved to LA, that's kind of when all the I don't know, I got the attention of some other producers, bondage producer that was a big guy, Dominic Wolf. He got a hold of me, and at that time I didn't think I was going to be doing much fetish, so I just went by my middle name, Ann, thinking that would be, I called myself Ann Thompson and thought that would be it. Well, because I got on his site and all of a sudden I went to a convention that was fetish oriented, all of a sudden all these producers out of the woodwork were like, she's got that girl next door look, you know, I don't have tattoos or piercings, I just look like someone you would see, you know, at the bank or whatever. I became like overnight success in that. Everybody wanted to work with me, and that's how I kind of launched. And it got to the point where I got people asking if I do customs. I had someone that used to shoot for me, but then I'm a perfectionist. And so I decided to learn how to do all my own editing and shooting, and because I work in acting, I know how to shoot certain ways. Mm-hmm. For people's customs, I put a lot in to shoot to edit, basically, is how I call it. And so it upped the quality of the custom videos, and that's kind of how it all started. And that's, I mean, I've been doing it for like, my gosh, over 20 years.
Wow. You must have a treasure trove of some funny and interesting fun things. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I would definitely want to get into some of that. But you've been doing this for 20 years. What are some of the fetishes? I mean, I know them because I've been perusing your website, you know, pretty intently. I'm kind of enjoying it, and your Twitter page. So what are some of the fetishes that you feel that your specialties?
Well, definitely superheroine, because I look like Wonder Woman, so I play off Wonder Tommy, and it's campy storyline type stuff, very campy, which is my personality. Put my personality in everything, so that's what they know me for. Very campy. I'm also known for Vore. I have a giant monster worm that I built, and that is just like a freaking gold mine. Everybody loves that. So I do a lot of those kind of clips. Foot fetish, for some reason. I have a big foot following. Everyone loves my feet. I have no idea why, but they just do. Those are the main ones. But then you incorporate. There's just so many. Boxing, people like me POV boxing at them. Just keeps, you know, it just keeps moving on to other things. But those were the main things. Lift and carry, I'm very strong. I could pick people up. That's another one. I mean, it's just, there's so many. There's so many things that I shoot.
Yeah. I'm gonna, you know, I have no shame. I've said it on my show 1,000 times. I'm a big foot fetish person. I'm into that a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed some of the stuff on your site with that. What really turned me on was that it wasn't just you by yourself. You had another lady with you. Mm-hmm. And you seem like, judging by the videos, it seems like you have a foot fetish as well. Because
oh, no, that was a custom.
I don't give a shit what it was. It was there. You know?
That's where my acting comes into play. See, but no, it was a custom for somebody, and that's what I had to be. It was this person. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Have your next ring come from the King. Buy one Whopper, get one Whopper when you use Burger King or Uber Eats.
And yeah, very convincingly. That's why everybody was like, "I've never seen her do that before." You know, I got to buy that clip because I've never seen anyone's feet. You know,
it was really fucking hot, and she was adorable looking too. And you're smoking, so I didn't turn you on at all, though. I mean, just the whole thing.
No, I do. Actually, the funny thing is that since I've been doing the foot fetish stuff, I do notice people's feet now more often. Like especially when I'm getting a pedicure, I look at other people's feet to compare. Some of them have really hideous feet. Some of them have nice feet. I even look at
without
men's
a
feet.
doubt. Yeah.
Men's feet, I'm like, oh, those are nice looking feet, you know. I mean, and I never did that before, so that one did very, very well.
I can imagine.
Very well. I mean, that one was probably the best I've ever sold of any kind of a foot clip. That one over even other people that have been in the same kind of scenario with her, Jolene in there with someone else. That one sold like I couldn't even believe.
Yeah, well, she was fucking hot, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she's part of the LFC too. So.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So, what the some of the other fetish, like you're saying, like the wrestling and stuff like that, and you do session wrestling, you said as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, now give us a little example. I contact you, I hire you for fetish wrestling. Is it at a hotel or something?
Yeah, if I'm traveling to the area, they come to me, and if they come here, then I go to them. Okay. There's a $100 deposit I require plus 2 to 3 references of people that they have wrestled with before, because you're walking into. I'm not dumb.
Of course, without a doubt, you got to be safe. Yeah.
Yeah, and it usually is a 1 hour. Sometimes people do 2 hour, and it can consist of either wrestling, foot fetish, tickling, lift and carry, hand over mouth. That's another one I've done. Like there's a variety, role play. There's all these different styles that I do. Well, the other thing is sometimes there's new people, like they'll go on sessiongirls.com and it's their first time, and so then you have to kind of go by your gut and see how, and they say I don't have anyone, and you have to kind of, if their email is very articulate, with, and to me, and they come across, I have to kind of go by my gut, and I'll give them a chance. And usually my gut always is right on what my instincts are telling me, and so then I'll give them the session. But they look at the reviews, and I got good reviews, and so that's why they approach me for first time. Yeah. So I do get them as well.
Any bad things where you walked into something, I had to walk out, there was just something fucked up going on I just didn't want to be part of?
Believe it or not, one in New York that I had a long time ago, and that was before I was doing deposits, checking references. That was earlier in session years, and this guy was like so hairy. He was like a hairy gorilla and just smelled god awful. Oh. And the first thing he did when we started is he freaking threw me down onto the floor. Ooh. I don't have any mats or anything like that. When I go to I usually put a mattress on the floor now. That's what I usually do. But he was like slapping my legs, slapping his own legs. He was just a weirdo. And then I just went ahead and went through it. And when he goes, "You're the best session I've ever had." And I'm like, "Great, well, this is the last one you're ever getting, buddy." So he leaves, and I have to get in the shower, and it's like crying game where I'm like washing off all the hair that was on me. There was so much freaking little hair.
So you didn't even really have to act. You skeeved this bastard.
Oh, it was so gross. I was just like, I have to, and it was just all over. It was like all over in the shower.
Oh, disgusting.
So that was probably my worst one I've ever had.
Any female or couples?
Actually, ironically, I have one of the best ones. I hardly ever get them, but I have this really great couple. They were so nice, and the wife is there, and she actually cheers me on to beat her husband. And they're the greatest people.
You sure that wasn't my wife cheering you beating me up? Nothing sexual, just to hurt me.
Yeah, she's totally gorgeous, and they're like lovely. I've probably sessioned with them 2 or 3 times now, and they come to Vegas, and they're like just such a great couple. And actually, I have another one set up right after the Steve Carr on that Monday. It's at a boxing ring, and it's more fantasy, but the husband is playing the referee, and me and his wife are doing like pro wrestling type stuff in these outfits he brought. Yeah, and it's a 2 hours. Seems like he wants to video, which I'm okay with people doing that as well, and it'll be really fun. Like, and it's at someone's house that I know the person, so if there was any issues, but I don't see any issues happening with this. I mean, I don't feel anything weird. They're great. Yeah, it's my first time.
So, any girl-on-girl contact sessions that you ever had to do?
This will be the first time I've done it with girl, me and her, but not like a sexy way. Although I just had someone contact me about wanting to do something as a present for her boyfriend and film me and her wrestling each other more in a sexy kind of way, semi-competitive but sort of sexy. Yeah. And I say, and has never done this before. She just reached out to me. I don't know why they reach out to me, but I'm like, maybe because I'm part Asian. I don't know. I got that exotic look. I have no idea. Right now, I don't look very exotic because I just worked out. But
you look
I'm
fine.
doing stuff like that for her boyfriend, and I'm like, yeah, that's no problem,
Yeah.
But I rarely ever get any females reaching out.
Really? All right. I tried. I'm looking at that clip with the blonde, and I fucking love it. I can't get it out of my head. I ain't gonna lie. As far as with you doing the videos and stuff, you have like members that join the site and stuff like that, and then they get to watch X amount. Like, how does that work and stuff? I wanted you to plug that.
Well, the For Tomiko side, I actually made that for the fans, and it's actually a better deal because you can become a member, on a monthly membership, and that's way less. You can get all the clips on my site. You could download them, and to me that's a better deal. And I've got I don't even have a huge amount of members. Maybe it could vary from 20 to 25 members or whatever, and that's it. But I have some that have been diehard that have stayed members for years now that have never canceled their membership because they just like me and whatever I put up there they're great with. But most people do go to the other sites and they pay for individual, but you could still buy individual clips from that site as well. I have people doing that. But I think, if you're a diehard fan, you just become a member and you get 3 updates a week. You're getting, all the clips that you want.
Yeah.
There's a ton on there already. So, it's like, why wouldn't you become a member? It doesn't make any sense. So
extra large box of tissues for that.
I don't know. So I don't know. I try not to think about it.
That you should be proud though. That's That's you're hot, you're sexy, you're turning these men on. If obviously if they're spending money on you, they're they're not doing it because they want makeup tips. They're jerking off. They're having a good time. It's all good at the end of the day. Nobody gets hurt and everybody's happy. So there's all kinds of your belly growling. That's one. There's belly growling. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what is the most fucked up one that you ever had to do?
Oh man, there's
any scat kind of videos or anything like that?
I had one where somebody said there was a whole community of paper shredders, and only one person bought it, and it was him probably, but I did it as an idea. Paper shredding. Paper
shredding?
I had to shred some paper. So
Naked?
I just thought no, just paper shredding. and there's only one person, so obviously that person is probably the only one.
Paper shredding. You're just feeding paper into a shredder, standing there with your clothes on.
Yes. And a lot of it is clothes on. A lot of it has nothing to do with that. You can have your clothes on. I have so many like that. Just when I think, one of the ones that's funny that was different is that I had to put on 45 items of clothes, and so did the other girl, and we had to play a game. High card, whoever's have the higher card.
Yeah, like strip poker kind of thing.
Yeah, but you got 40. We're talking
takes forever.
This 7 or 8 things of shirts. You look like you were freaking 300 pounds. It was uncomfortable. Really, we had to do something like that, and that was just really different. And I don't feel so bad. I did. It's a number of them I did for this person, not just one.
Wow.
He had me do. So
I thought I was kind of out there. Jesus, I'm fucking mainstream.
Yeah, you are really. There's a lot. That's a huge. Feet are like a huge.
Feet's a big thing. I also and many people agreed with me. Feet and armpit fetish go hand in hand. You get armpit fetish?
Yeah, people. Yeah. I just shot something like that for somebody else that wanted to see. Well, they wanted to see my abs, but they also wanted to see the armpits. So it was kind of funny. Okay.
It's one of my things. I don't know. I guess maybe when you're a kid, you don't see them naked. It's close to the boob. I don't know. Whatever it was, I picked up on it early in life, and it's always been there for me. And it's You know, I don't know. It's harmless. It's also another one in the summer. I get a lot of free porn when there's a, girl with sleeveless shirt on and open toe shoes. Everything is, I'm ready to go. What are some of the things that they ask you to do? Like shave them or lick them or have another girl lick them?
Lick them. Yeah, usually it's licking them or
Yourself
show them.
or somebody else?
Me trying to self-lick, which is...
It's hard. Ooh, do that again? Real for an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
it is. That's got to be tough, though. Yeah, I mean, but...
Yeah, and luckily I don't get anything like that one. Most of the stuff is geared towards superhero Vore, like what my main things are.
Yeah.
I get most of my audience
that's their thing.
The custom shows. Once in a while I get something that's a little bit different, but
a little off the
I have one
norm.
foot fetish one I'm shooting on Thursday, and it's called a hot foot, where you light the matches by your toes, and then you're like, ow, hot foot, bouncing
really?
around. So I'm doing that on.
Don't burn yourself. Don't get hurt.
No, I mean you blow it out, and you could do reaction shot, and then back down to the feet with it.
See, there you go. You know how to edit. You're into that.
Yeah, I mean you can do it to where it looks. And I made sure, when I asked questions about it to the person, because it's my first time with this customer, and I want to make sure that I was okay with.
You get what they want.
Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not going to obviously have matches staying lit by my toes or whatever, like
that would not be good.
Yeah, and,
those are your money makers. You can't fuck them up. Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm doing a stuck video with 2 models that are in the custom, and it's their shoe gets stuck, and what I do is I melt down gummy bears, and so then you see the stick as they're trying to pull it, and then they have to go like this, like they're stuck to it, like it's major glue, and yeah, so that's another one. That's where it stems from, all these little things that you see in like regular movies. It all comes from before, when a person's a kid and they're in school, like their teacher does something, or when they're a kid and somebody farts on their face. That's how all that stuff starts. That's another one someone wanted me to try to do. I tried so hard during the wrestling thing, but I ate beans, I ate everything that gave me gas, and it happened.
That is great.
I tried to do that. I couldn't do it. It just would not happen.
Too much of a lady. Even when you want to do it, you can't.
I mean, especially now with all the protein. I mean, and nothing was happening. And I apologize. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just cannot get it. I swear I ate all this fiber, and I'm,
Oh, that's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. I can't fart in your face. So let's talk a little bit about the LFC a little bit. Now, that's, to me, I find it really cool. I mean, obviously the sexy outfits, and I'm not really into the fighting part of it. I think I'm more into the closeness, the way the women are fighting. But you guys legitimately fight though in that. That's not like, a setup. No,
I mean, they always have me. Well, sometimes they'll have people like, you'll have like some people that maybe don't have the stamina. They might have him maybe go just 2 rounds or whatever. But with me, I'm always all the way. Judge's decision, all the way. Every single freaking fight, all the way. Because I show them too much at the beginning that I have stamina.
Yeah.
So I'll never be one of those people where they're like, okay, after the second match, someone try to beat the other one. But everybody's got different skill sets, so it's very interesting when you put different type of skill sets together to fight. Like I'm more of like a grappler type person, and I know some pro wrestling, but they stick me with these girls that like do the pro wrestling circuit, and so it's like I get my ass kicked, but people love to watch that. Although I did win on the 4th of July, so I was with someone who was around my height, around my weight.
Yeah.
We were pretty even.
Yeah.
So that's what helped. But when you put me with people that have got this skill set that's so much higher, but I guess they know me as the person that fights with a lot of heart, and that's why people like to watch me, because you can see it.
Yeah.
I'm getting 100%, and I think that's the thing. But yeah, you got different girls, different types of skill sets, and it's really interesting to me. I love watching the fights, especially when you get two really good ones, like two girls really know their stuff. It's really exciting to watch.
And I dig the videos where they have the behind the scenes stuff and the coaches and stuff. I mean, they do a good. Sean does a great job with that whole thing, and they really put it together nice. And they bring you guys out, and everybody gets to know the girls, the fighters, the coaches. They have the podcast. So I mean, they do a lot of good promotion things, and I think they're onto something, and that's why I was really, enjoyed the relationship that LFC and MSM has, that we, doing a lot of cross promotion and stuff. How's the crowd, live crowd, if you will? Like, are they hoping for like wardrobe malfunctions or like you rip the top off?
Always. Yeah. I mean, and there has been, but there has been some. I'm just too good. I like put my stuff on pretty good, so it doesn't come off.
You got to cinch it on tight, probably, right?
There was one when I was fighting where her bra opened up, and we had to freeze for a second so she can readjust. And it happened like not just once, like twice, know, on top of each other. So I don't think anybody saw anything, but it was like. Oh,
so that's the rule then. It's there's a timeout. Ref calls a timeout.
Yeah, if you're in public, you're like we were Fremont Street there, like off Street. We were doing that one, and there's that one got kind of. Canceled. We actually were supposed to have 2 or 3 more fights there, I think, and there was a falling out with the venue. So next year there's 2 possibilities, but I don't know until Sean lets us all know what's going on there. I don't.
Yeah,
but my body could use a break, so it's I mean, I'm 30, 20-something year old like these other. I'm probably one of the older people, so it's like I can feel it. When I did 4th of July, he asked me if I was available to do the 5th the very next day because someone backed out. So I did 2 fights in a row, and that was just like.
Wow. Well, you're an athlete, so but it's not easy. Listen.
No, especially when you get thrown out of the ring, which was very unexpected. I almost hit the cameraman, almost took him out. The big camera, almost broke my fall. Fell out of the tent, and luckily somebody broke my fall, and then I just ran right back in there.
Yeah. Because you guys use.
Girl. She's like much taller than me, like 5'10" or whatever. I'm like. Barely 5'4", maybe 5'3" 3/4. This girl like outweighed me and was just like powerful. I'm like, it wasn't a match. We're not supposed to be fighting each other, but I was like the substitute person coming in. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. It's supposed to kill me,
Do you prefer the boxing ring or the cage?
I actually like the boxing ring more because I think the fans could see you better. With the cage, it's fun being in a cage. It was my first time fight. I was in the cage. But I think it's very difficult for people to see the action as much as when you're up a little bit higher.
Yes.
And you don't have all the rope and everything in the way. You can see much more of what's going on.
Yeah.
And so I think people enjoyed the boxing ring more.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely different. There's different strategies, obviously. The cage is... You can use it more to your advantage as far as pinning somebody against it or pushing off of it. Yeah, where the ropes are going to give more than the cage. But I'm always curious. I've asked different people that throughout the years that have fought in both MMA, like some leagues, like Pride always did the ring, in Japan. And then obviously UFC and Strikeforce and all of them did the cage. So it's interesting to get people's perspective that have fought in both of them and which ones do they prefer and why they prefer it. Obviously the cage would hurt too if you fall into it or get kicked into it more than the ropes would have the same effect. So that's pretty cool.
But then you also run with doing the rope, so you have the chance of going out of the ring.
Unfortunately, you found that out the hard way. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. But the site is 4 Tomiko TOMIKO.com. Give out your social media too.
I've got Tomiko_1, I believe, is my Twitter, and then I think Tomiko1. TOMIKO1 is my Instagram. My Facebook, though, is just my regular family Facebook thing, so I don't know if they want to check that out. That's pretty boring. It's just my regular everyday stuff, like normal.
I don't think you can do anything boring with the stuff that you have on the table. Very exciting stuff. Very interesting. And obviously, you have a great personality because you find a little humor in all of this, and it's to you. It looks like it's not really work to you. You look like you're living a pretty good dream out there.
You know what? Honestly, I am so fortunate. I am very lucky that I have a fan base, because without them, I would not be the success I am today, and I wouldn't be able to be doing what I absolutely love doing. It never feels like work for me, ever.
Awesome. That's great. And I would love to definitely do more stuff with you. This is just step one. This is an interview that we're doing. And I definitely want to talk to you off camera about maybe doing some stuff where hopefully we can, promote you a little bit on what you're doing here. Besides the LFC stuff, what you're doing with the other stuff, with the sessions and with the videos and stuff like that. So there she is, Tomiko. When I first saw your name when we texted, Tomiko, and it stuck in my...
Everybody says that, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Tomiko, for Tomiko.com. Check her out. And my favorite video of her, the foot fetish one with the young blonde lady. What's her name, the blonde lady?
Jolene Hex.
Jolene Hex?
Uh-huh.
Jolene Hex and Tomiko foot fetish video. Trust me, fellas, if you don't have a foot fetish, you will by the time it's over. Thank you for joining us today on Muscle Sport TV. We'll talk to you soon, Tommy.
All right, thank you.
How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Sharice Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
We are here at Men's Health of Smithtown with owner President Brian Kaufman. MHS.care is their website. Also, I forgot to do it on the other one. What's the Instagram?
MHS.care. Yeah. That's what.
So Men's Health of Smithtown, check them out on. Yeah, so check. They have social media too. So besides the website, they have social media too. But the thing that really jumps off the page when you see Men's Health of Smithtown is that they are not only a TRT clinic, they're a whole internist medicine, the regular GP type of doctor here. But because of that, even if you are coming for TRT and you have insurance, guess what? It's covered.
Yes, it's covered. A lot of other offices don't take insurance. We take insurance for everything mostly. And the good part, your medications are covered. For your testosterone, your copay will cover your month's supply. So I'm almost like I'm a licensed dispensary, and we're a pharmacist here as well. So you'll walk out with your month's supply of your medication, and your copay for your insurance will cover that, which is huge. You don't have to go to a pharmacy. We dispensing everything out of here, and like I said, people insurance, it really works well.
So for myself, I have a $15 copay on my insurance. I can get my TRT here as a regular doctor's office visit, pay copay at the door.
Basically, yeah. Whatever your copay is your copay. If it's $20, $25, it's the same. So unless if you have a primary, we become a specialty, but we're internal medicine, so we also become a primary doctor. And like I said, thank God for insurance, because it could cost a lot of money sometimes. You pay a lot of money for insurance. Why not use it? Yeah.
No, definitely, because to get something in the street, if you're buying something from Johnny in the gym, guess what? You're going to be paying anywhere from $60 to $100 for a 10 milliliter bottle, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times you don't know what the hell you're getting. You're getting excuse my French, shit from the street. It's dangerous, frankly, So when you come to it's all pharmacy grade medication. It's all prescription. Guys, don't fuck around. It's simple. Girls too. Come to us. We'll take care of it. We'll prescribe it to you. We'll go over your labs. We'll go over your health. We'll do a full medical intake and evaluation, a toxicology report. You go to the street, you don't know what you're getting. And it's dangerous, frankly. It's very dangerous. To your health you're playing with. So why fuck with your health? Right?
Definitely not. And you're getting American pharmaceutical grade testosterone, legit stuff. You don't have to worry about expiration dates and is it underdosed? Is it overdosed? Is it whatever?
Just 500. Yeah,
that's another topic for another show too. The testosterone over 200 milligrams, not anything but Sustanon, is a bunch of fucking horse shit. But basically, guys, insurance, very important aspect of Men's Health of Smithtown. So, and you do not have to live here either. Brian can send you to get your lab work done and do your consultations via Skype, which we're going to talk about on the next video also.
That's a very, very big thing we offer. If you live in the United States, Alaska, we ship. My pharmacy ship. It's very simple. It's a simple protocol, guys. We have, laboratories all over the United States, and we can send prescriptions for phlebotomy. We have my doctors here could do everything over the phone via Skype. It's simple. It's not going to hold you back, and it's very cost effective too. And you'll be happy.
MHS.care. Check them out. Insurance accepted.
Well, obviously you can see he's in full fucking uniform. Staff Sergeant Josh Newbold, right here at Anthony Tomiko's new issue launch party at Pro 50 Park right here in Long Island, New York. Josh, welcome to the show. I'm doing excellent. You got the maidens behind you, Vore and Michelle. They're keeping you, and as well they should, because this man serving our country, my fucking hat goes off to him. How many years have you been in?
This is going on my 13th year.
Wow, 13 fucking years, long time. And where are you stationed right now?
Currently I'm stationed right here in Bayshore.
And you want to get everyone's clients. method training? How long have you been working with Anthony?
I've been working with Anthony absolutely the reason I went to it originally is
That's why it's non-capping.
so long. I'm 36 years old. So long. I was probably a little bit more. Do a little bit more for myself. I come in here and tell you big guys. I'm short guy, but I'll tell you I'm training muscles up, but instead of training yourself, nobody. Originally did, I saw it do it, and I was like, you know what? I see something like him, that's an amazing image. That's a lot of hard work. Someone like myself to go and try to eat or something like that. So it's like inside the food. So I do a specific that he's got to do that. That's the key training myself. Is that I don't have so his program for me was straight up nutrition. I started to see him. For me, and my own weight, right? The army and physical that put me over my actual private weight, so I have to get my weight. What's it going to be in mind?
Hi, Trish. My first autograph goes to Jackson. Smoky Joe. Just around 3 months. It says a lot when someone who's in the army, when they work you out and you have pretty much a strict regimen as far as says, I went to a trainer to get even better shape. And that's Anthony Tomiko method training. Josh Newbold, staff sergeant right here with the maidens at Pro 50 Park.
Hey guys, Kat Secor, IFBB Pro and Super League Pro, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV.